Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everybody, and welcome to The Day with Trae. I'm your guest host for Deaunte Damper, and I'm stepping in for my girl Trae this week. Now, before we begin with the show, I need you to do me a favor. Like, share, and subscribe to Converge Media, y'all. You can look at We Live in Color, you can look at Back to Basic, and more. Go to whereweconverge.com to see why Black media matters. I am so happy because today in the studio, we have amazing director, actor, Michelle Matlock. They're going to discuss For Color Girls, When the Rainbow Isn't Enough. It is going to be here June 8th in Tacoma. So we're going to unpack that a little bit, but I have to tell y'all about the weekend that I had, okay? It was Black Wall Street on Jackson Street. That's right, Summer of Soul. Shout out to Anthony Tibbs. We had an amazing time, and I hosted y'all. We had amazing performers, food. I got to see family and friends, and I want to just really send out a huge shout out to Joaquin Garrett. He reminded everyone of why we were there, thinking about the Tulsa race wars, and also acknowledging that it happened 104 years ago, and what we needed to do on Jackson was spend $104 to each Black vendor out there. And I think we accomplished that goal. So I want to send a huge shout out to Africa Town Land Trust, huge shout out to Anthony Tibbs, and a huge shout out to you community. We are building together brick by brick, and we're going to be doing that all through the Summer of Soul. Now, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we have Michelle Matlock. You're watching The Day with Trae.
In Seattle, it's more than just coffee. It's community. At the station, we brew more than just your favorite cup. We brew connection. From Beacon Hill to Columbia City, we're a space for artists, activists, and everyone in between. A place to gather, create, and simply be. Whether you need a quiet place to work, a lively spot to meet friends, or just a moment to unwind, find your place at the station. More than coffee, it's home. Visit us in Beacon Hill or Columbia City. The Station, where community happens.
I had some dental work done, and pain pills were introduced. It flipped a switch that I didn't see or know or understand, and I tried multiple times to show up and be a parent to those kids, but I couldn't do the minimum, and the grief about it was so huge that I would have to drink to deal with what it felt like to be in my body. Each one of those people along my journey has contributed to my success.
Don't count us out. More people recover with support. Learn how you can help someone's recovery at supportaddictionrecovery.com.
Working with Denciment has been totally different than working with a traditional bank.
They're real, and they meet you right where you stand.
I was recently funded, and that money has just changed the trajectory of what we're able to do and our output. This has been just more than just funding or a one-on-one connect. It's been an opportunity for us to really grow and connect and build roots within the community.
As a small business owner, you need to put your faith into the right people, and they seem like good people to put your faith into.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up.
You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
And welcome back to The Day with Trae. I'm your guest host, Deaunte Damper, and I am so happy for the return of this amazing individual, Michelle Matlock. How you doing?
Good. I'm so happy to be here.
You know, I was in awe of your interview that you did with Trae about a month and a half ago.
Okay, yeah.
With the Mamie Play.
Yeah, the Mamie Project.
Yeah, the Mamie Project. And can you tell us more? What was that experience like? How was it?
Oh man, it was incredible. It was great to bring the show back to this region or to this region for the first time, actually. Intimate Theater produced it. It was a moment for me, right? Like a full circle moment for me to share that work with everyone here in this region, because this is where I grew up. And so a lot of what I talk about in my personal experience stems from growing up here down in Tacoma, and then of course the history behind that icon, that stereotype of Mammy.
Yeah. What was some of your reviews from the community folks? Because I've seen a plethora of my sisters out there.
Oh, yes. I got so much wonderful feedback. It made me feel so proud. I performed that show for the first time for almost like a 98% all Black audience, which was incredible. And the love that they showed me and the feedback that I got and the appreciation was overwhelming. It really was.
And to be able to come back home and do the work that you're doing, how does that feel?
It really, again, feels like a full circle moment. I feel so seen back here, and be able to bring all the experiences that I've had around the world with being in New York and traveling the world with Cirque du Soleil, and come here and pour into the community that poured into me when I was young is just absolutely amazing.
See, I love that. And no, hold on, wait a minute now. I love Cirque du Soleil. So you're gonna have to back it up now. What was that experience like? How did you get involved with that?
Oh my goodness. Well, one of their casting directors many years ago walked into the Mammy Project when I was doing it in New York. And then they invited me to create a main character for one of their shows. And I did that. I went off, I ran away with the circus. Okay. My parents were a little scared, but it turned out all good. They're one of the biggest, producing companies in the world. And I got to have that experience with them. It was amazing. I created a sort of clown, funny character called the Ladybug.
The Ladybug? Can you give me one of the voices? Okay. One more time, keep it one more time.
She was the love interest. She was funny. It was amazing. I did that for almost 10 years.
Wow.
I got to see the world. I got to travel with that company in their professional ways that they operate, and I learned a lot. And that's part of what I bring back to this region when I'm directing and producing and even acting here.
And here we are.
And here we are.
For colored girls.
For colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough, by Ntozake Shange. It was written in the 70s. It was revolutionary. It won all sorts of awards. It went to Broadway. It was, at the time, and even maybe now, the only play or choreo poem, as she calls it, that features and centers the experience of Black women. There's 7 Black women. They all represent colors of the rainbow. And it's a powerful piece. You know, it really shows the joy and the pain and the sisterhood that many Black women experience. And it's, I was given this play when I was 13 years old by my mom, and it changed my life.
Wow.
I carried it with me to school, to college, and when I would audition in New York, it gave me pieces that were Black that I could audition with. And I know that's the story for many Black actresses that this show did for them.
And even looking at the play, and we were talking about the movie
earlier, but Tyler Perry.
Looking at it and being able to give our young women and women this compass, because I've seen this play in different facets, like online, and to be able to give this gift to people in Tacoma, to our community folks. How does that feel?
It feels wonderful, because I tell you what, as far as we could find, the production team could find, this show hasn't been done in our region, even Seattle, Tacoma, Portland, in 45 years.
What?
45 years, a professional production has not been done. So this is the first time in 45 years that we're bringing this to our region again. And that's 2 generations of young folks.
Too long.
Too long. And I hope it won't be that long again. But it's a special moment. It's a special show. The 7 women are amazing. And I love that they're Pacific Northwest women, because African American women here, whether they're transplant or were born here, have a unique experience in this country. So they're bringing all that. They're bringing all their sisterhood, their connection, their vibe, the energy. It's beautiful.
And I love that. And we got to get them we got to get some of them to come down.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, I think that it's really important during this climate.
That's right.
This climate of thinking of the erasure of women in leadership, women in their gifts, women in their anatomy. There's just been so much of that, but and women, especially women in their leadership.
That's right.
And I feel like this play is an opportunity. There used to be this gospel song called "Come to the River of Life, you will find healing here." I feel like it's something that could be able to bring in very many of our folks.
Oh, that's right. You know, the way that I approach this, the vision that I have for this is that these women are coming from the future.
Okay.
And it's a Afrocentric, futuristic vibe to the whole thing, the costumes and everything. And what they're doing is they're using these words, these poems, this history that Ntozake Shange left us as a ritual of remembrance. They have to remember, we have to remember our past in order to go to our future.
In the word, Trae always says that we got to honor Sankofa, look back,
That's
go
right.
forward.
That's exactly what it is. And so really the approach that these actors are using is a ritual of remembrance and storytelling. So they're embodying these stories, but it's coming from a place of winning.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to do that, especially the climate that we're in right now, where it can feel like we're not winning. But for me, the only direction that we're going is winning.
Okay.
And Black women are the backbone
You better say it.
of it all,
You better
right?
say it. You say it, Mama, I know you watching. So we have it Sunday night.
Well, we have it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, so it's 3 days.
We got one more weekend. We've been playing for 2 weekends already, so we're trying to get the word out. Come on down and support this work that hasn't been done in 45 years. Support Black theater, Black stories, and especially women. It is an extraordinary show.
Yeah. I need to get down there. I'm having a very Pride weekend this weekend, but
yes.
I do need to get down there. But I wanted to ask too. There's also been a lot of folks don't want to support the arts.
Right.
And it's like I told you before, like I was in arts as a kid, but I felt like my rainbow wasn't enough.
Right.
So what's some advice that you can give to that little girl or the little guy or little non-binary person watching that wants to get into arts that may be afraid?
Find your people, find the people that are doing what you want to do, and learn, listen, take risks. You know, I can identify with that too. And it's just I tried, when I was young, trying to surround myself around the people that were doing what I wanted to do, that were accepting to me, right? And finding works like this, like for Colored Girls, or any of the various works that you can learn and latch onto and seek out, do that and know that you are loved, you matter, your story is important, and if you use it to be in service to help others, that's all you need to do and know. Don't stop creating.
Oh, I just need to put that voice memo in my pocket. Can you come back to the studio?
Of course, anytime.
I'm gonna need you. But before we get out of here, I want to make sure people have an opportunity to step up and come out this weekend.
Yes,
so do me a
please.
favor. Look in that camera and give us the call to action.
Lakewood Playhouse. Lakewood Playhouse.
right
Oh,
here.
there we go. Okay. So for Colored Girls who have considered suicide when the Rainbow Is Enuf is playing at Lakewood Playhouse. You can go to lakewoodplayhouse.org, find the times for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Come on out and feel the vibes of sisterhood.
Vibes of sisterhood. I like that. Again, I would love to have you come back
would
to the
love to.
studio. And I'm telling you, like, art matters. And also, this is like me. When I think of art, I think of music. So It's Black Music Month as well, and we just need to continue to support the arts.
Absolutely. I would love to.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we're
Thank
going to
you.
take one more break, y'all, and I'm going to wrap it on up here with The Day with Trae.
When I had my first child, I didn't really understand the impact of my using until I gave birth to him.
I worked in weapons department in the Navy. That's a work hard, play hard kind of place. It very much became apparent that I had a substance use disorder.
Nobody asked me if I was okay. It was just medications that were thrown at me for so many years.
I had some dental work done, and pain pills were introduced. It flipped a switch that I didn't see or know or understand.
The first time I recovered, my dad was the person, the rock. When he died, I had a severe relapse. It was one of the darkest times in my life because I had a taste of what recovery could feel like. A lot of shame came in.
And the grief about it was so huge that I would have to drink to deal with what it felt like to be in my body.
I had lost the military career. I didn't have a place to stay. I was out of work. Seemingly overnight, I became a vehicle resident.
And that continued to kind of escalate my use, is being afraid to ask for help.
I tried multiple times to show up and be a parent to those kids, but I couldn't do the minimum. In my mind, they were safer where they were than they were with me.
It does. It takes a village of support. It takes a village of resources.
Getting all the things that kind of made me whole again happened because of the stabilization.
There is no part of my sobriety that would be possible if it wouldn't have been with help from others.
Every one of those people believed in my ability to live differently.
Each one of those people along my journey has contributed to my success.
Don't count us out.
More people recover with support.
Learn how you can help someone's recovery at supportaddictionrecovery.com.
All right, y'all. So here we are. Welcome back to The Day with Trae, but we're coming down to a close. I want to thank Michelle Matlock for coming in here, and I need y'all to come out and support 4 colored girls who consider suicide when their rainbow isn't enough. It is such a monumental play that uplifts our women in community, which is also a part of our compass of art. We need to continue to support art. We need to continue to support Black women, and we also need to continue to support and uplift Black art and women in this business, in community. That's all for the show today. I'll be back all this week. So tune in tomorrow on The Day with Trae. Walk with love.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.